remaining member of the family, so I felt it was my duty to be there and assure the people of government action. I am not General Valenzuela. Could you give the order of Tikas Pahinga to the troops, kindly? You know, I am not one given to reading speeches. Usually, I would like just to talk and have a dialogue with my audience rather than a speech. Kasi nasasabi ko yung ang nasa puso ko. But for the rare times that I am in a hurry, not because of any personal errand, but because I feel bad that my troops there are getting wet and cold. Babasahin ko na lang itong speech ko. It's about 2 pages. But I have to make my acknowledgements. The Vice President, Maria Leonor Robredo. Ma'am, may I look at it for the 3rd time? His Excellency Kim Ji-shin, the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the Philippines, Executive Secretary Salvador Midaldia, National Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, and the other members of the Cabinet, Lieutenant General Eduardo Año, Chief of Staff, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commanding General, Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Edgar Falorina, Brigadier General Terso Dolina, the Chief Chaplain, the officers, enlisted men, and the civilian employees of the Philippine Air Force, mga co-workers in government, mga kababayan ko. Babasahin ko na lang to para madali na ang seremonya natin at umulan. I find it very unsettling sitting there and looking at you all wet. I am privileged to join you today as we celebrate the 70th anniversary of our Air Force. As we commemorate this milestone, let me also honor the brave men and women of the AFP and the PNP who are now facing the enemy in Marawi and in other parts of the country. Especially, Philippine Air Force plays a crucial role in preserving our national integrity and in the face of challenges from within and from without, from the outside, our borders. PAF's intensified aerial reconnaissance mission and the maritime patrols of the West Philippine Sea and the Bemhang Rise are testament to our dedication to protect our waters from external threats. We have also tapped PAF to augment our internal security operations by providing air support to our ground forces and assisting our law enforcement agencies in the surveillance and intelligence gathering operations. Proving its capability on the ground, the Philippine Air Force has joined almost 2,000 counter-insurgency and law enforcement operations, 5 of which contributing to our ongoing war against illegal drugs and loose firearms. The Philippine Air Force is also playing a crucial role in an effort to retake Marawi City from the clutches of the ISIS-inspired terrorists. We have deployed more than 40 of our air assets and more than 400 Air Force officers and personnel, and several of which are involved in ground operations. As we wrap up in our campaign to liberate Marawi, I am confident that the Philippine Air Force will once again take an active role in the rebuilding of the city and uplifting the spirit of those affected by the conflict. We will rely on your valuable experience in humanitarian assistance and disaster response, especially in surveying war-torn areas and airlifting relief goods and rescuing victims and people stranded. I assure you that we will build on our past gains to further strengthen the Philippine Air Force. We will continue the ongoing modernization program by procuring additional attack and combat utility vehicles and unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs to complement our already existing air assets. As our country faces the current challenges of terrorism and external security, I call upon the men and women of the Philippine Air Force to live up to your oath with the highest degree of professionalism and competence. Together, let us create an environment where our people can live in peace and prosperity. Mabuhay ang Philippine Air Force. Mabuhay kayong lahat, and you have my salute.
Thank you, sir.
Bukluran! Ta!
As part of the Philippine Air Force anniversary celebration, we shall witness the formal presentation of the Certificate of Complete Delivery of the 12 FA-50 aircraft from the Korean Aerospace Industries Limited to the Philippine government.
May we request the presence of Mr. Sung Yoo-ha, the President of Korean Aerospace Industries, and Ambassador Kim Jae-shin to come up stage to present the certificate. May we also invite Secretary Delphine and Lorenzana, Department of National Defense, to join them on stage.
The President of Korean Aerospace Industries, Mr. Sung Yong-ha, shall hand over the Certificate of Complete Delivery of aircraft to the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to the Philippines, Ambassador Kim Jae-shin, and will be received by Secretary Delphine and Lorenzana, Department of National Defense.